Okay, next question. This time, again, electrical circuits. And this is quite a common type of question. So do master this type of question so that you can get those points in the PSLE exams. Okay. So let's see which of the following switches must be closed so that only 4 bulbs will light up. So one way to do this is just to do it one by one. Now let's look. Use your pencil. Okay, S1 is closed. We're doing option 1. Okay, so what happens if S1 is closed, S3 is closed, and S5 is closed? Now we know that when this is closed, you have the current flowing from the batteries. Okay, there are 4 batteries here altogether in series. Okay, so we have the batteries current going through here. Okay, and then it goes through B, goes through A, bulbs B and bulbs A, and then it goes back to S5, and then goes back to the other set of battery and returns back to the original set of battery. So we have 2 bulbs lighted up, and don't forget that there are 2 other bulbs here, okay, which the current can also pass through. Alright, and go back to the batteries. So we have 4 bulbs here. So actually the answer is simply number 1, right? But let's check with the rest. Let's check with 2. Okay, option 2 is S2 closed. Alright, so we have S2 closed, and then we have S3 closed, and S4 closed. Now you know that these 2 switches are open, so it means no current can pass through that. So let's see. We have current flowing through here, going to E, going through E, going to F. Alright, and then goes back to the switches here. Okay, this is tracing the electrical current flow, and it goes back to the battery in which it started. So we'll have only 2 batteries lighted up because S5 and S1 is open and no current can go to the other side. So in other words, okay, number 2 cannot be the answer. How about number 3? We have S1 closed. Okay, we have S2 closed. We have S4 closed. Right, and then we have S5 closed. But strangely, we have S3 open. So if we have S3 open, current can't flow because it can never go back to this battery here. Remember that if it starts at this battery here, alright, it must go back to this battery. Okay, because why? Only then it is an open circuit. It cannot leave this battery here and goes back to this battery here. It does not count. It must go back to this battery. Okay, and because S3 is open, option 3 cannot be the answer. Okay, do you understand that? One more time. Okay, so option 3 cannot be the answer because S3 is open, and whatever current that leaves here will never ever be able to come back here. Okay, likewise, whatever current that leaves here can never go back to this here because it's an open circuit. Okay, so because S3 is open, everything else cannot be lighted up. Number 4 is S1 closed. Let's look at option 4 now. S1 closed, S2 closed, okay, S3 closed, right, and then S5 closed. Now this one would have also 4 bulbs lighted up. So there are only 4 bulbs lighted up. Correct what? S1, S2, S3. Oh, sorry, S4 is also closed. See, I can't see it. So S4 is also closed. If S4 is also closed, that means everything will light up. So you have 6 bulbs, right? Because this one can go, this current here can go here, and then it can go here, right? Alright, you understand this? And then it can go here. So all the bulbs will light up, okay, from B to A, right? Because there's a path for the current to flow back to the batteries, okay, to this battery here. C and D will light up, okay, because again the current can flow through here, through C and D, okay, and then through here again and go back to this battery here. And then E and F can also go, will be lighted up here, here, right? So, and then it will go down to F, and then F will go back, the current here will go back through this battery. So it cannot be at option 4 because option 4 will have all 6 bulbs lighted up. Okay, so one more time. When you're doing this kind of question, do it one by one. Okay, use a pencil so that you can erase. Alright, so but you do know that, see, I can erase everything that I've done. Okay, if you cannot do it mentally, then it's best to make your thinking visible and use battery. Use a pencil. Okay, and then you eliminate all the options that are not possible. In this case, we have done for all, and the answer is number 1. If you have any question, go to this website, okay, and do the necessary. Alright, with that, till the next question. Thank you.